What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back, and we are finally going to be doing another movie review today. And today we're going to be talking about Annabelle Comes Home. Guys, if you have not already seen the movie, go ahead and check it out. If you don't want to be spoiled, go ahead and click off the video. But if you don't mind getting spoiled, and you don't mind hearing what I got to say on this, then stick around, sit back, let's chat about this. Just watched Annabelle Comes Home, and guys, there's a lot I gotta say about this movie. There are things I liked about this movie. There's things I did not like about this movie. There was a few parts in the movie that was a little dark, but not the entire thing. I want to say 50% of this movie was kind of corny. Um, the entirety of the film is showing when Annabelle was taken from another family, and the Warrens take Annabelle, bring her into their home, put her in the case that is blessed, and then a year later, it goes into further detail of how their daughter is having the same ability as Lorraine did, and she has a Montano body. Then her babysitter comes, and she's trying to help her with her birthday coming up. Then her friend comes over, Daniela, and that is where we get to see where she has parts about her past she does not have dealt with, and it does go into the entirety of the movie, which I'm not going to go fully into. But there was a lot in this movie that we got to see, and there was like a little Easter eggs they put in there with different spirits that was coming about because Annabelle being the beacon and so many spirits being drawn to her because of how powerful that entity is. And it was amazing because we got to see the ferryman, we got to see the murdering bride, we got to see the hellhound, we got to see the samurai armor, we got to see a couple others that are possibilities for other movies within the Conjuring franchise, which I'd personally like to see. Now, was this the best of the Annabelle trilogy? No. I thought that this one was, again, corny. I thought this one was not as good as the other two. The first one was kind of iffy. The second one was a lot darker. The second one was so dark that is actually my favorite out of the entire franchise. Again, Ed and Lorraine Warren that portrays the ones we've been seeing since The Conjuring. They made an appearance. They were not in the entirety of the movie. This was mainly about the daughter accepting about her having her mother's gift, as well as also the responsibility that comes with it, and also not wanting it, but at the same time having to deal with it, and also with the character of Daniela, understanding what happens when you open Pandora's box, so to speak. And they're all having to deal with these demons that are been contained, and Annabelle was pretty much just helping them kind of escape at the same time and causing havoc within the home and around the property. And we got to see a lot of that in the film, and that was personally, I think, the best part in the film when all this started happening. But a little bit of it was kind of corny. A little bit of it was kind of stupid, like with the character like Bob or Ball or whatever having, of course, a crush on the babysitter, and that was just like, come on, like we don't care about that shit. We really don't care. We just want to see, Annabelle scare the shit out of people. We just really want to see that. And it wasn't like, I don't know what's going on with some of these movies because it's getting so cliche with a lot of these horror movies, and it was really cliche in this, and I didn't like it, and I don't know what's been going on, and I don't blame James Wan. I don't blame him because he's an amazing director, but at the same time, it's like, I don't understand. The Nun was horrible. If you guys saw that, it's on the channel. The Nun was absolutely horrible. I tried watching another movie, which I'm not going to say. I couldn't get into it. And then this one, I was actually three-fourths bored with the film. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, when is it going to pick up? Because it took a little minute to pick up. It was like, it'd go good for a minute, and then it slowed down. And then it was just slow, and then it'd pick up for like a second, and then it slowed back down. I hate horror movies like that. I hate horror movies like that. When you're always waiting for something to happen, and then you're like, okay, it wasn't scary at all. You already pretty much prepared what's going to happen. To me, there may have been a few jump scares, but I don't scare easy because I've seen so many horror movies, and I've grown up on horror movies that I don't get scared easy. on the jump scares, and maybe that's just me. And I'm not trying to bulk myself up to think like, oh, I never got scared. There's been a few movies that I've seen that have freaked me out and made me think, holy crap. But this was not one of them. And I was really disappointed because the Annabelle series or trilogy has always been very interesting to me because that is the most powerful entity within the Warrens' home. And they just I don't think they really showed how bad it is if you let her out. And they did to a point. They gave you a taste of what can happen. And it was worse with this because there were so many other objects as well as entities help hold on to these objects, like with the wedding dress, with the Hellhound appearing, with the ferryman, with the other demon. There was just so many that we got to see, and the character Danielle, she touched everything. So obviously they're all rallying with Annabelle to try to get free and possess somebody. And in one part of the movie, someone does get possessed, and I'm not going to say who, for a minute, and then she gets out of it. But I'm like, man, like, guys, this movie, does it make horror film of the year? No. Why? Because I felt like it was really like they shot for the moon, and they didn't get that far. They maybe got to like not even Mount Everest. I'm just gonna say that they shot as I could see, and they just dropped the ball on this. And I really was really disappointed about this. And I'm hoping you guys, whether or not I say how I feel about this movie, you guys don't have to agree with me. You can agree with me, you can disagree with me. Whichever order that is your opinion. I'm just saying how I feel about the movie because I've seen different reviews, and a lot of people are like, it was okay, but it's not the best one. It's kind of, and I have to tend to agree. And I really went in this open-minded. I was like, okay, let's do this. And there's been a lot of feedback on Annabelle about what's been going on. But I just think that the movie could have been a lot better, in my opinion. But guys, let me know your thoughts about it in the comments down below. If you guys are new to the channel, always consider about subscribing. Links down in the description below. Let me know what you guys thought about Annabelle Comes Home in the comments down below. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys think it was boring? Did you guys think they went, did they drop the ball on this one? Do you want another one? And on that note, I'm just going to say this. I do not want another one because it may just screw up the franchise even more. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below, and I'll be seeing you guys on the very next video. See you later.